So it's got to be more like, I walk into a laundromat. There's a fat girl named Pat.
I mean, it's kind of a funk rhythm, you know?
Yeah. She a fat bitch. She got a big old thing. Put it on my wing.
DC
Take a
Fago
big ass, put it on
guy.
the sink. I just want to watch her drink. Goddamn.
Yeah.
She a fine old girl.
Yeah.
I just want to make a world. Take her into the whirlpool. Oh, see, I'm off beat now.
Oh, you can get it. You can pick it back up. Here you go.
It ain't all that hard. I told her I could play guitar. She told me that she likes that thing, so I played my guitar with my ding-a-ling, yeah.
Woo!
That thing's like fingers.
Oh.
She sat around and lingered.
Oh.
I told her she was a real winner. She asked me, do you want me to make dinner? I said, hell yeah, girl. I ain't no asshole. So she brought some White Castles, and I ate them too.
That was good. you don't have to keep going. That was enough.
I didn't want to.
That was enough.
I didn't want to overdo it.
See, yeah, when y'all get the rap battle, what the fuck was the thing called? The rap super
Award.
rap man battle.
It was the rap battle supreme champion of all.
Yes.
Juggalo championship. I think that's what they call it.
When he's a host of your show, you get that kind of stuff,
Yeah, that's
ladies
what
and
I think.
gentlemen.
Kyle, you and I should brush up and practice, and we could get in there and at least take out some of the jobbers.
That's true.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
very true.
That's true. I could definitely take out a jobber for sure.
For
Yeah.
sure. I know.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
You
think-
just with like charisma, you could take out like at least 3 or 4 jobbers.
I mean, I could think of a few lines that would get me
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we're gonna have like a. Oh man, I don't know. I can't say all.
Look,
that.
I'm not committing to
Can't-
that.
I can't talk. No, we're not committing.
That'd be
to that,
awesome, though. All of us do it, you know.
But like, there's the podcast super idea.
Yeah,
I don't
happening.
I don't want to talk too much about it, but
All right.
you know, early listeners who are already on here, they can always kind of get that preview.
And if we take out jobbers and have to go against each other, you know, it would be an honor to lose to Chris and or you, Kyle.
Yeah, Keezy's got to do the
Yeah.
podcast. We got podcast super show ideas.
All right.
All
For the next gathering.
for
the next
that,
gathering.
yeah.
Oh yeah, man. There's homies of the podcast that can podcast. I mean, there's some dope ass other podcasts. I'm trying not to drop too much, but I want to drop a little.
Carver, whenever you're ready, bro, you can hit it.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Is it the end of the world?
It's skipping.
Yes, it is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid Juggalo world for us all to enjoy.
What's up, everyone? Welcome. This is Deck One Dealt.
Every one of us.
We are live and in
sir.
your face. We're just coming in smooth and dull as hell today.
Like nutter butter. Like nutter butter.
Welcome. So, thanks for joining us, anyone who's here. My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy.
Carver Law, y'all. What y'all doing?
Hey, what up? This is Just Chris or Just Chris. The options are endless.
Thank you.
Gotta have the tagline, man.
I love that, man.
Yeah, tagline. There's gonna be shirts one day. I'm just
I'll
gonna
shit
write.
it. I wear
I'm just,
Just
not
Chris
official
shirt.
shirts. I'm just going to write that tagline on a shirt and sell it for like $30.
I'd buy that and wear it.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, great show today.
We do have a great show set up.
It will be awesome.
We're going to today. Yesterday was the 20th anniversary of Wizard of the Hood,
It was,
which I mean makes me feel very old.
dude. I know, right? And like that was like at the peak of my juggaloism and the peak of Jay's health.
It was at the peak of juggaloism. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real. Yeah, that was the time when it was fucking shining, man.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it was
dope.
the Diamonds reigning era.
It literally didn't get
yeah.
better, you
Fuck
know.
yeah, bro.
So
Yeah.
we don't
That
mean to make
dope-ass
y'all
thing.
feel bad if you missed out on it, but man, that's what this show's about.
Yeah, it sucks for you, bro. If you're like young as fuck, sucks for you, man.
Yeah.
That's rough.
All right. That said,
playing.
before we do all that, we are going to talk to our homeboy once he comes back from his shit break. I think he told us he was taking a huge shit, so he'll be back soon. But
Hatred over there taking a shit.
right. Yeah, but it's understandable.
No,
We gotta
yeah.
people got to shit, man. You got to shit. You got to shit. No.
All right. Well, we do have a guest. We're gonna do a Juggalo origin story, bringing it back today. If our guests would give me a thumbs up if they're ready, we'll bring them in. All right. Welcome everyone. Our guest,
One of the goats.
our friend and yours, the man himself, the big dog, the coolest Juggalo rapper you might have heard of. His name is Hatred.
Juggalo rapper.
Today he's a Juggalo rapper.
He's a rapper who's a juggalo. I wouldn't class him as juggalo rapper. Come on, man.
There you go.
Welcome, Hatred.
The man.
What's up, fellas?
Oh,
Man,
hell yeah.
yes,
Representing.
yes, representing. Yeah.
Cartoon nightmares.
Also representing with the McNasty shirt, who is
Oh,
a friend of
yeah.
the show and a beast.
Homeboy. Yes,
Yep,
sir.
fucking monster.
We love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today, bro.
Hey, thank you, fellas.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, for anyone who doesn't, if you don't know who Hatred is, you're a fucking sucker. You definitely don't know shit about underground rap. But
Fuck you. Go to hell. Fuck your mother. Just kidding.
yeah, you're all horrible. But no, most of you will know who Hatred is. He's basically been in every vein of Juggalo rap. So if you like AXE, if you Dirty, fucking. We're talking about everybody from the Underground Propaganda Squad. I mean, you're talking a lot of people right there. Super famous Fun Time guys. Fucking all homies of Hatred, and for good reason, because Hatred is a fucking footwork fucking machine. He was a super fucking worker, and on top of that, he's a monstrous MC.
So fresh.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
No, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to suck.
Stop it.
I don't want to.
Stop it.
Yeah, sorry, but.
I'm not used to compliments. No one's ever nice to me.
Yeah. No. But I think a lot of people would agree with me, man. Like,
So if you don't know who Hatred is, he's a down as fuck cool rapper that we met back in the day. Did we meet at the gathering? Was that our first time meeting you?
I actually knew of Keezy because of realjuggalos.com or something. I knew your music, and then I met, well, as I know, I'm Sly and No More in line waiting to get into the gathering.
Yeah.
With my homie Deranged. We met 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, because it was the 03 gathering. Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect then.
Yeah,
This is
exactly. That's
serendipity.
why this is a serendipitous moment. Yeah, because we actually met Hatred like 20 years ago in a line. Both of us were in two-man rap groups. You know what I mean? Because like we were Co-Fusion and you guys were Perverse. And we were both kind of at the same level at this point. The difference was like Hatred, like I said, is a fucking foot soldier. Like they are constantly promoting. They were working.
Yeah, we did not have that ethic.
We did not know. We were more like, I was a battle rapper and.
But you guys had the talent. We didn't have the talent yet. We were just good at promoting. You guys had the talent. If only we could have brought it together.
Yeah. You guys just stayed steady grinding. Where we kind of like, well,
yeah, we'll
see ya.
Yeah, we'll see ya next gathering.
We had a little bit of raw talent that we just blew our load too quick. And then after that, it was like, what do we do now? We don't really know how to like get past this. But you were able to like just consistently ride and
and that was like a big thing. And then like from there we had a rap battle that we got in together with. I don't even fucking remember their names, but like I remember there were like 3 whack ass rappers that battled with both. Well, they started battling with you guys, and they were talking mad shit about you guys, about Perverse on Real Juggalos. And so I would get on the forums there and I would talk shit and I'd be like, man, shut your fucking mouth, dude. I know them personally. They ain't. And then they started talking shit to me. So I got in a rap battle and that's where that, it's like a rap.
But
it's
I'm
called something like.
definitely a Juffalo.
Yeah. But yeah, it was that song I did. It was like in the world or something. I forget.
yeah,
what it's
one
called.
of your songs. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
I still have it. I just forget the fuck it's called. I still have all
same
that.
Here. Yeah,
was that like that first? That was that first like clapback song.
Yeah, well, it was like the
remember,
3.
yeah.
Like I can remember a few of the lines because like I remember the one dude like he would always rap like I don't want to. So like I had said, it sounded like a gay porno movie or something.
Yeah, I remember the
'Cause he
one
had, like,
line.
a real weird.
Did you say something like am I
down with Perverse? Yeah, am I down with Perverse? Fuck. Okay, yeah, because they said.
I sampled that.
Because they said they had said that like they had released a diss song, and in the diss song they said this dude don't act like he ain't even one of your friends or something like that. And I was that's why I said that line. Am I down with Perverse? Fuck yeah,
That's
I never
so funny.
denied it, never will. Best bet. Yeah, but yeah, it was. But yeah,
Dope.
yeah, it was a fucking fun ass time, man.
We got some history. We did.
It was short for me because I didn't really follow up, but man, it was very memorable.
Yeah.
The short time we hung out and did a few things.
Even the house party that you guys have, I mean, that's a whole other story episode, but we had a legendary house party when you had me come down to play that shit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring
Good
up.
times.
Hatred and the homies, a lot of S2R came down, and y'all actually did a show with us down here in Columbus. You know what I mean? You and all the homies. Yeah, shit tons of fucking amazing memories from that. We had an epic party, and then, of course, you guys turning your entire hotel room into a gigantic fort.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember that.
Like a mattress fort. Yeah.
I remember we rode to the hotel, and they were like, oh, yeah, or you said something like, oh, you got to check this out. We rode there, and I opened the door, and it's a fucking big-ass fort, the entire room.
Yeah, dude, it was epic.
It was really cool.
Yeah, man, it was an awesome
Oh, yeah,
time.
here's some, I don't think you guys ever found out. So my two friends that like to party, they went to the bar looking for some party favors, but apparently they got robbed at gunpoint, but they didn't want to tell me, and their wallets got taken during that show. I didn't find that shit out till years later.
Holy shit.
Well,
yeah, they didn't want to tell me.
To those homies, whoever they are,
Stop
we,
it.
no blast, obviously, but to those homies, I'm very sorry you got robbed, man.
that
That sucks, man. That sucks.
It happens.
Yeah.
I lived here my whole life. I haven't got robbed, thankfully.
We had one show where somebody's car got broken into, I think.
Yeah.
When we had a show, it happens, it sucks, but you see a bunch of kids rolling out, most of them wearing ICP shirts,
So, all right. Hatred.
Yeah.
Let's let Hatred talk.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, by the way, man, thanks for hanging out with us at the gathering. That was really cool, man.
Yeah, some of the
letting us
best
kick it
memories.
and shit. At
I'll
this
do
one,
that.
this year was great, man.
Like I said, it was a small world thing. It was actually like a highlight to hang out and meet you guys. It was a gathering highlight. It was dope. My wife happened to see you because you looked like someone else we were with, and I ran up to you, was hoping I was the right dude I was talking to. Wasn't even sure because you gave me the weird eye. And then, but yeah, man, just randomly meet back up with you guys after all these years. Seriously, I was hype all day, all night. It was dope.
Hell yeah.
And then your boy being friends with my boy, like a small world thing, and then him pulling me in to see you win the rap battle. That shit was magical, as they say.
Yeah, serendipity. Yeah, serendipitous. That was the word Gage kept using. I was like, that's a good fucking word, man.
And I wanted to get a hold of you for that battle. I didn't know where you were. I wanted to walk over to your campsite to see if you were there, but I didn't want to leave because I was recording it and everything. But then you showed up, and I was like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
Yeah, Gage just happened to watch me. We just got there, and he pulled me. He's like, yo, slides about the battle. And I was like, all right. Just made my wife carry all the stuff herself and left her.
Thank shout out to Hatred's wife for that one. Being a trooper and carrying that shit so he could watch me battle. That helped me win the battle. So that was a much needed appearance for sure. But yeah, we got to talk because we always do the Juggalo origin thing here, man. And yeah, we definitely want to know your Juggalo. Because keep it real, I don't even know your Juggalo origin story.
So we literally met at the gathering, but we were all just so focused on like our own rap shit. We never really got super into talking about like Juggalo shit,
right,
honestly.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know that we ever really heard like anything about how you became a Juggalo or why you were even at the gathering. So where does it start for Hatred?
All right, I'd say mine's pretty original. All right, you remember like punters and all that stuff for the AOL days that people used to make the hackers to kick people out of chat rooms and all that stuff?
Yeah.
This is going back. All right. Well, someone made an ICP punter, and I had no idea what the hell an ICP punter was, the hack into these rooms, and it played Free Halls of Illusions. And I was like, wow, that is an awesome song. And I looked it up, and it just put me into this hole. So originally, like, my favorite band was Bloodhound Gang because they're so offensive and all that. Right. And then once I heard ICP, they were so much more offensive. So that was it. It was on. After that, it was just deep diving, getting all their stuff. Relatable once you find the Juggalo world, because my school's like the ones you'd see in the movies where everyone had like their little stupid cliques, like the jocks, nerds, goss. And I never, like they all say, I never fit in any of those cliques. I was just an asshole that hated cliques. I had my own little group of people that didn't fit in. And, so yeah, it was just perfect. And the little Juggalo community at that time, man, you wore an ICP shirt and someone else had an ICP shirt, like you became friends with them because it was such a rare thing. It was literally like a little cult, your clique. Like you could go into like McDonald's and someone's working there. I'd get like, they'd be like, oh, Hatchet Man, give you like free meals and stuff back in the day. I met so many people because of that. Just everything they say, discovered it, found out there's another clique of people that think like you, violent like you, like to be offended, and yeah.
It was like the ultimate icebreaker. If you saw somebody with an ICP shirt, you just automatically got past all the, you know, the nuances of meeting and becoming a friend. You already at a certain point that friend, you know, a lot of friendships don't even get to.
Now,
as soon as you meet,
I have a question. Like in your Juggalo group work, because I know Juggalo groups kind of. I watch a lot of these origin stories, and I see patterns in one or two big classes. Do you think that you were one of the first Juggalos in your group, and other people that you had friends started getting onto it, or did you run into other Juggalos and make that your group?
I think I started running into them. Like ironically, Deranged. You know, I started doing music with. We've met at the CD store because we're both buying Bizarre. At like the same time, and that's where we met. And then we just randomly, like, I don't know, it's like a video game, like we're an RPG. We're just picking up more people to join our clique as we go on, to seeing random people. Like it was, like they said, new Juggalos won't understand. It sounds like hating, but like it was so different without like internet and stuff. Like no more. You'll always be no more to me. Carver said, freaking, you just skipped all that. Like you were, that's your homie. Like you knew you related in some way. Like it's weird to think how many friends actually made because of that. Like even music wise, it got me into it. Like people I still chill with, even if they aren't down anymore. Like I met them because of that. It is pretty insane.
It is, absolutely. And it was, you know, now, sadly, and I don't want to say that the Juggalo world is toxic at all, because I'm getting back into it and I'm loving it. And there's still a lot of magic there and brightness, but just like you said, man, it felt so much different back then. And it really did have that feeling where you would be walking in the mall, you'd see someone wearing a Riddle Box shirt, and you'd be like, oh, shit, what's up, Ninja?
Yeah.
And y'all would go up and talk, and they'd be like, hey, what's your phone number? Let's kick it. Yeah, for sure. Let me get you, you know, and you would, I mean, I met you guys, ironically, when Ben, and we said this on the show the other week, pulled up.
Just driving around the neighborhood, and you were wearing like an ICP shirt. Like, hey, Juggalo, come hang out.
He pulled up and was like, hey, are you guys getting mirror? And I was, yeah, I am. Cool, we'll hop in. Yeah. And then that's how I met all my friends. So, yeah.
We get it, man. It was a
wild.
very similar vibe back then.
Yeah, because I know, like, I've also heard the origin stories where, like, people kind of, you know, not necessarily even just on the show, but, like, in general, where people, they got into ICP and then all their friends kind of started listening because of that and following suit. So I'm always fascinated in whether the Dark Carnival kind of brought friends to you, or if you know, spread that yourself. That's kind of what
it started with us. It kind of enveloped me and my brother and like our little few friends. And then we did kind of start branching out, like, you know, the roots started reaching out, finding other Juggalos and stuff.
Your brother was a Juggalo before you, yeah, Eric?
We both became Juggalo like at the same time, because we were both exposed at live in the same house, buying the CDs at the same time and shit. So, anyways,
good shit.
Nice.
Anyways,
but yeah, it's wild. But like the new like I said, hating the new Juggalos it is different. We all know, like, we don't say shout out when we see them at the mall no more and all that. You kind of don't even want them to see your shit, because, like, unfortunately, like, just like a lot of scenes, it's the loudest, dumbest motherfuckers that stand out to make everything look bad for everyone else. It's just how it is.
Yeah, I've got like ICP stickers on my truck now for the first time in years. So as I was driving down the highway yesterday, someone actually sped up and like cut around me, and I'm like, what a dickhead. But then the window rolled down and they stuck out like wicked clowns out of the window and then kept driving. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I was like, you know, I tried to throw it up in the car. I was like, I'm not going to get in a wreck, though, to say wicked clowns back to you, but I appreciate it.
Like, that's cool, but you're a fucking asshole for that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, move. But, fuck, killing me, man.
Well, so do we want to jump into his music career, or is that the
I think
whole
that's the
origin? Okay,
I think that's the natural progression. Like, so
Yeah.
you're how old are you? You're around, we're like 38, 39, 40-ish.
38.
Okay.
Yeah, 38, same age.
So same age group. So you're finding them around the same time. So probably around Great Malenko-ish time is when you're finding them too.
I guess it would be right after Forgotten Freshness, I get. Well, so yeah, that era.
Okay.
Era.
The same. It was right around the same era. And you're, by the way, for the record, you're from where in Pennsylvania?
Allentown. If people don't know, Allentown's closest to Philly.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know it. Y'all were from Emmaus.
Emmaus. Yeah, just a little suburb.
Yeah, Emmaus. Yeah. I knew that too. I can't. I always remember that
I love
because
that.
yeah, I
And
love
Moss.
like I just love the way that looked because I remember that like on you guys way back in like when it was like Sound Click or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember they had like a profile and it would say MAS, but I was always like, what is that? E-mouse? I was like, that's dope.
That's a
E-mouse.
weird ass name
Yeah,
for
it was like a
fucking city though.
Yeah, it was a very yeah. I mean, if you put the N, it's like Emanus, so I kind of see now, but I always pronounce
They're
it
from
E-mouse.
They're from Slim Anus, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah.
Because
About
I don't get fucked in mine like you two little.
So hatred. So looking back in hindsight at your career, like going from like when we met at the gathering 20 years ago to, spanning through your career and meet people like Whitney Payton and stuff. I mean, like, do you look back at it and be like, damn, I can't believe I did all that shit?
Yes. It's complicated. It's cool. I help a lot of people. People don't know. Like, I try not to be that ego guy. It's not my thing at all. But I have helped so many people come up that no one knows about. I helped so many venues in this area be the first to like do rap and underground rap and introduce the promoters to this type of music that I'll never get credit for. It's pretty insane. I am literally a pioneer of this shit, especially over here. I mean, I played gatherings. I don't know if people know that. Second stages, and then opened the entire gatherings with UPS Prop Squad and played with Dirty and all that. But yeah, Whitney Payton was a big one. She didn't even know what a juggalo was before me. We just brought her in. Basically, this is no hating on Whitney because that's the homegirl. She's a worker with all that. But I met her because of MySpace, and someone's like, I bet you can't hang out with her. I'm like, I bet I can. And so I messenger, and then we like start kicking it and shit like that, and just all kind of flow together. And introduced her to the juggalo world, and she, like you said, I had footwork. Man, her footwork was just never stopped. She just kept going. She just kept skyrocketing and doing her thing.
You still see that today. I mean, she's never stopping grinding.
For
It's
people
crazy.
who don't know, there's your debut solo album. I think it was your debut. Surprise Entrance, wasn't that your debut solo album?
Yeah, I like to call that my official one. That's
Your
actually
official,
like professional.
Hell yeah. Because I know that was like a big one for you. But on Surprise Entrance, you have both a Whitney Payton song. I think this was 2008 or so, something around there.
Yes, I think so. 08 or 09, something like that.
Yeah, it was late 2000s for sure. But like you had both a song with Whitney Payton and Special Keezy right here. Special Keezy was also, I think McNasty might have also been on there.
Yeah, McNasty, Dirty.
Yeah, Dirty was on there. Yeah, there was a ton of people.
Intrinsic.
Yeah, if you want to hear some amazingly dope old school Juggalo rap, like go check that album out right now.
Yeah.
Hatred
On all your digital distributors.
Yeah, exactly.
The name's
Yeah,
right there.
you can see the name literally right behind him. Yeah, and on the screen. Yeah, I am of the group. I am the least techie, so I don't notice shit like that. So
out of Keezy and Whitney Payton, and I can't believe you landed that feature. I mean, Keezy's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just
He charged me the most. It was insane.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 600 up front. It was just half the payment. I had to do the other 600 after it came out.
Yeah,
and I still got to
exactly.
pay him
That
monthly.
was one of the later verses I did.
Yeah.
Probably one of the last like 5 or 6 recorded verses I've done. Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty cool. man.
It's definitely because I did that song at the gathering, and if you were at the gathering that year, you definitely would have been on stage doing that with me.
Oh, that
When
would've
that
been
album
cool,
came out,
yeah.
that was one of the hit songs.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
people went nuts. There's even a video of it somewhere. Like a couple kids like went nuts when that song
sweet.
kicked on. They were
That's
so
awesome.
excited.
fuck
So
yeah, man.
Yeah, that song rules. Check that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a dope album, but a lot of people don't know that. That's why when I say like you're part of the Juggalo, like in the vein of the Juggalo rap world, that's 100% sure. Like if you get your favorite artists and trace back, your hatred is going to be somewhere within that genealogy.
Like you're almost, you
I'm
should almost
guarantee
be like a manager, like
Yeah,
character
yeah.
or
Yeah,
something.
oh my
almost.
god, that's why I always said if I had more money to actually help them.
Yeah.
There's so many people I know what's going to happen to them before they know what the fuck's going to happen to them. But
Yeah.
it just you got to have money to do that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, plus we're in a different age now where like you pretty much can run your own career. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
You
Like-
see one song to
Yeah.
pop off, man. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
I really feel like our age group was like right in between these two different types of avenues to get, your music out there. Back in the day, you would press your stuff up, hit the street, and you would get it like that way, like ICP, and we were right in between that, and then like being able to do it online, and we just it's almost like we missed the opportunity to really do what we could have, the potential of marketing and stuff
Back
with
then,
the internet.
I remember back then when we're still. That's when we shined the most because we did the street grind. We wouldn't go to a mall. We wouldn't go anywhere. We actually got fined and arrested for handing out flyers at schools and stuff. Like
We got in
we
trouble,
went
too.
everywhere doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember back then, if you promoted only online, you get clowned for it. Like, oh, you're just an internet promoter. Well, like, now that's the only thing that exists. And
Yeah, exactly. It was like, yeah, exactly. Like you had to do footwork when we were rapping.
Yep.
So you would have to go to Kinko and like all those stories you hear if you listen to Behind the Paint or read Behind the Paint, like all that shit Jay talks about, that's the same shit we were doing. You
Sit
had to
there
go
for
to-
hours
you had-
burning CDs.
You had
Yeah.
to do that. That was
Yeah,
the only
had
way
to-
you could.
And then like if you didn't want to pay a professional company to pick because that cost a lot of money, so you had to go to Kinko's and literally build your own CD
Yeah.
covers and inserts, print all that shit
Yeah.
out yourself, all that footwork. Then you went to schools with flyers, handed those out to kids as they got out of school.
We would hand
The
CDs out
principal would
at the
call
movie
you
theater, the restaurants,
And that-
the fucking
in front of the mall.
And,
Yeah.
and that technique worked because you would start building a fan base a little bit. You would see it happen, and
Yeah.
then you're thinking like,
Yeah.
you can actually do this. We obviously didn't. We stopped, but if you could keep going, don't matter who you are.
I remember walking with my friends one time down Hamilton, and it was kind of like closer to school. And we're walking and like shooting the shit, and one of my friends points out, he's like, "Holy shit, dude, is that one of your CDs?" And I look down, and it was one of our
On the
CDs
ground?
on the side of the
Nice.
road, like crack.
Hell yeah.
But I thought, and they were like, they laughed about it, but I thought it was the dopest
Yeah.
shit ever
Yeah.
because I was like, "Yo, I've never promoted over here," so they listened to it and then threw it out the window here. At least they listened to it, bro. I'm stoked. That's dope. Like anyone walking is gonna look down and see this free advertisement. Shit, I ain't mad at that.
That's funny, man.
How many albums have you dropped? I mean, I'm sure you've put out compilations and worked with other groups or whatnot, but like as far as like solos,
solo real ones probably only like an EP and maybe one real LP, but then then I did stuff with S2R, which like Whitney Payne was part of. I did 3 collab albums with that, and then I did Weekend Warriors with Dirty, Fatal,
That was a shit.
and Zero. That's out there. I did an album White Boy Fatal. And then I have like 2 more compilations of songs and collabs I did. My problem was every time I have ADD, man, and I hate finishing songs myself. And if I like almost all those collab albums are just songs that I thought were gonna be on my solo albums, I just never felt like finishing. And so they'd always be like easier to just do group stuff. So solo wise, yeah, I only have like a handful, but I have a lot of goddamn group projects out there they're floating around. They're dope.
oh, yeah.
that's what-
yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing we were doing. We just called it one thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, I always dreamt of doing a solo album. I have lists of song ideas, and I still have beats on burned CDs. I want to rap to from 20 years ago. But you just never do because like you almost like with me, I've always needed like other people to kind of like stir that up with me, So it sounds like maybe you have a little bit of that.
And
too.
that might have been our problem because in my brain, you two were the ones doing all the footwork. So like I know like we have whole Broken Fort albums where I'm barely on them, like Winter Wonderland, because of the fact that these guys were willing to meet up and write and all that. And at that point, I was more in just the freestyling and like, trying to live up my young life. Basically, I was I was trying to get pussy and get high and have parties and shit like that. I didn't give a fuck about. I was in it for the fame. I just wanted the attention. You know what I mean? I just wanted the attention, and I was nowhere in rap, but in my brain, I had made it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm the shit. I'm a rapper, but I had nothing to show. I was young and stupid. You know what I mean?
That's fun.
Oh, hell yeah. That's fun. You had to live it up. Dude, I used to love those parties where I'd show up and everyone knew me as Hatred. No one knew my real name. Like, that shit just makes you feel so cool.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
Sly. Yeah, like people, same Sly. Like, I remember hanging out with one of my buddies who I was friends with about a decade before this, and somebody was like, somebody said Chris, and he said, "Your name is Chris?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I thought your name was Sylvester." And I'm like, "No." And he said, "Oh, I've been calling you Sly this whole time." I was like, No, that's not my name." But yeah, for the longest time, everyone called me Sly.
funny.
I had my best friends calling me Sly. It wasn't until we stopped rapping that even my best friends started saying Chris. Like, I can remember Keezy when we had like our reunion. Because we had like a little rap battle type thing. It was silly as fuck, like, Young Feud type shit. And but we reunited in your first ever podcast that you had. That's where we reunited. Serendipity, right? But and during that shit, like I forgot where I was going with this.
You're talking about your name Sly. Did we call you Sly during that?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, like he said, I'm gonna call you Chris. Can I just call you Chris? And I was like, yeah, you can call me Chris. And then from there on, it's been Chris.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
But yeah,
So Hatred, planning for the future, are you planning on going to these gatherings if they stay out here where at Thornville?
Definitely. You know, it's like ironically, I thought this year was gonna be my last one. That was in my head. I don't want to tell anyone.
Yeah.
But then this year was just so awesome again. Like the homie 8 Legs randomly showing up, Whipstick randomly showing up, meeting up with you guys, Trickster, the wife, you know, all the people I kick with, meet and Gage, like, and then it's just like, God damn it, this was a good time. I guess I gotta spend all this damn money again and come again next year.
It's weird.
So yeah, I'll be there.
It's weird, man. But like, I don't want to sound too Derek Lotus, you know, because that's like an inside Deck One Dealt joke. But I don't want to sound too Derek Lotus here. But it's crazy because like now that the 6th is coming up again, it's kind of like that Dark Carnival magic is
Shangri-La era too.
Yeah.
The 6th, that was the best time of Juggalo history.
Yeah, I told them I became a Juggalo on the 5th card of the last deck, and I'm coming back into it on the 5th card of the second deck. So it's like
it's stirring up.
Yeah,
man.
it's stirring up, man.
Yeah.
That 6th is coming, you know. So maybe it's just that Dark Carnival magic. You know, forgive the cringe for anybody that is here for just Chris and not Derek Lotus. But the Derek Lotus in me wants to say that, man. Maybe it's that Dark Carnival magic.
So you're gonna come back. You loved it.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Especially McNasty. I hope you listen. You can stay at the Airbnb if you show up again. We got a spot for you next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hope it.
He's got to come.
We want to see you battle Chris. We want to see you guys take the top tiers
For
there.
sure. But the thing is, like, McNasty is a fucking MC, and he's not a sucker. So the thing is, I know in his head, he's thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. He's probably telling himself, "No, I'm gonna buy a ticket, but I'm gonna win that $300, so it doesn't fucking matter." So yeah, you know, that's just a loan. Like, I'm sure he's probably thinking the same thing. But regardless, I know he'll do it for the love of the sport, man. Plus,
I think you guys should just compliment each other. Do the reverse shit because McNasty's one of the nicest human beings in the world. So just
on some real shit though, on the crap, I respect him. He's one of my idols in rap, like, especially when I was coming up. Like, I used to idolize him, but no, I'm gonna go for the throat. Like, he's going to. I would hope he does. He does. Like, he's one of my idols. And then afterwards, I'm gonna hug him and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, bro, like, please let us do a song together." But no, of course, like, if I'm battling, like, even if I'm battling like my best friends, I'm gonna go for the throat because it's all love. I don't look at it as a hateful thing.
It's like if you're playing basketball, man. It's a sport. You're not gonna take it easy on them playing anything like that. You just do what you gotta do.
I find it disrespectful to take it easy on your friend. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, if I believe in your rap ability, that's why I said on the show that one day, and like, I mean that it makes me go harder when I'm battling somebody good because it's a respect thing. Like, you're good. I have to up my game, and my adrenaline's gonna be pumping more. I'm gonna be more in the zone because I don't want to get beat. And if I do get beat, I'm gonna be fucking happy about that shit. I'm gonna congratulate you. I'm gonna be like, yo, you're the fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's a sport to me. I don't look at I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings. That's why it sucks when people get all butt hurt and argue and shit afterwards. It's like, I'm just trying to have fun, man. Let's just fucking have a good time.
I feel like from this year, man, we rebuilding a little bit of a foundation there. You know, there's a possible avenues for I don't know about you, but some music happening. I mean, it's so easy to do nowadays. We can, send this shit back and forth and through,
man. I got you guys forever. I told you that. Like, me and you at that first gathering, like I said, we're still doing our footwork, but you guys were the inspiration to step it up. Like,
dude,
you guys were so fucking dope. Like,
appreciate that.
Yeah, that's for real.
Our biggest homies, for sure, in the rap game were y'all, like, for sure. Like, in that era of our life. Like, I'd say in our whole era of our life, you were the biggest rap homies we had, like, in the game. You know what I mean? Other than like Inns, who was like, really, really close to you. And then like he kind of came in the group too from there. But like, I'd say as a whole, like, it was Perverse and Broken Fort, S2R and Broken Fort, like, we were homies. And that shit is not lost. And it was an amazing fucking time, man.
I wanted to ask more about, we were all juggalos around the same time, grew up in the same era, same age group and stuff. But over and you kind of hinted at the idea that like you haven't really been into the whole juggalo scene probably in recent years, but you were kind of invested in it at the same time. So what was your trajectory as far as like going from being super into it to them being like literally in it and then coming back out of it?
That's a good one. I don't know. How can you say you find a niche within a niche and also touch on other things? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to just be. Dude, juggalos are awesome. Don't get me wrong when I say like, because going back to when I say there's asshole loud ones, I ruin it. That's obvious. And if you don't know that, then you're one of the assholes ruining it.
Yeah.
But fucking yeah, niche within a niche, because my stuff isn't just, it's not violent all the time. It's actually stuff you want to think about and stories. And so I like to go do like more Jedi mind trick style, that fan base too, or you know, the apathies or Cage, or you know, all kinds of stuff. Bloodhound Gang. I like to.
Yeah.
So I like to take a niche out of every little thing, because like I call my music ADHD music because it's just like me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell by even how fast I'm talking now. It's hard for me to stay focused, but like, yeah. So I don't fucking have one type of anything. I'll do whatever the hell I want. I could have a song about my child, and then my next song it has about eating cookies and getting blowjobs from your mother. Like,
oh, that's one of my favorites here is cookies and a blowjob. Cookies and a blowjob is one of my favorites. But
I recommend checking that out, because Dirty's really ashamed of that song, because now that Dirty's like getting up there.
I know.
And that me and him came up with that piss drunk about cookies and blowjobs.
It's
so
funny.
yeah,
Fuck,
check that
bro.
out.
It's
Bring it up
funny
to
and
him.
also
Share it.
slaps. No, I actually like. Yeah, that one's actually on my playlist. I'm glad you brought that one up.
So, I mean, you obviously, as far as like your musical taste, like you, what you're saying is you do you. You're trying not to be like a juggalo rapper. You're doing your own thing, but you find that the Juggalos are a good fan base to kind of live in for sure. But
yeah, but like Ari the Rugged Man is my favorite rapper ever. I never understood why he wasn't taken in, and now he is part of that.
Yeah.
Once he became, I was like, that made sense, dude. Like,
That's how I feel with Blessed Nation.
we're so lucky to have RA as like down with the Juggalos, right? That's so cool.
Yeah.
But you know, like you went from being super Juggalo, getting into rap, and then you kind of got to start like being part of the operation, you know, a little bit.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So you see behind the curtain, you know, a little bit. Do you think that had anything to do with you kind of like losing a little bit of your luster?
Yeah, you hear a lot of things you don't want to hear. You don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have friends of friends that are in there. I'm not gonna name any names, but I know acquaintances that are behind the scenes, and yeah, that's reality. You know, it's a business. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And not everyone is who you think they are.
No, yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I mean, I've heard from a few rappers little horror stories and shit like that. Like, you know, I know Wordplay from Bless the Nation. He's told me a lot about Suburban Noise. Not necessarily Suburban Noise, just Daddy X. I've heard a lot of bad shit about Daddy X. Haven't heard much about Psychopathic, but you know that's going to be there.
One story, we'll go back. I'll throw one. This is when I first saw a little glitch in the system.
Yeah.
Is we're opening for Boondocks or Blaze. I forget which one, vice versa. But anyway, next month we had a show at the other one, and their booking agent bitched at us for handing out flyers for for that show, even though it was the same record label.
What?
And that's when we're starting to be like, oh, they're supposed to be boys, and this is the pinnacle. This is during the 6th when, you know, everyone's family, and you know, it's just there's egos and all kinds of behind the scenes shit. And that was way back then, and it's only gotten worse.
Yeah. I mean, one big thing that I wanted to bring up that was kind of like we were talking about, but I just want to bring this up is what I always call like his style of rap is storyline rap. And the reason I say that is not necessarily they just tell stories, but like I think you're strongest when you give them 8 to 16 bars. You know what I mean? You need a composition to really like get your message to everybody. I just wanted to say that, but I didn't want to interrupt. But sorry.
Thank you.
I saw you smirking. No, I saw I was smirking. I saw you smirking, and I was like, I just didn't want to interrupt.
Hey, if you have to say it, dude, say it. I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'll help. I'll bring you back on track.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like, all right. So anyway, yeah.
It's fine.
Cool.
Oh man. So yeah, I see though. Like, but do you think that had anything? Well, let me ask this then. Maybe I'm assuming. So, what was your Juggalo level like throughout all these years? I guess throughout like. You know,
you ever see like the list? Someone made a really awesome list of the Juggalo list. It was like you find it and then you're into it, and then I ran through that whole list to a T where I was like, Merchalo. Everything they put out, I bought. I was as hardcore as I got. The only shit I'd listen to was Psychopathic. I felt I was a traitor if I didn't.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then you see the cracks, and then you see reality, and then you just become a regular fan.
Yeah.
I went from the very top to just normal. I never hated it. I was never one of those dudes that just turned my back on everything.
Yeah.
I always listened. I always checked everything out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was as juggalo as it got.
Do you think that has anything to do? Do you think that has more to do with just age and kind of growing out of it, as they say, or do you think that's more of like actually seeing, like you said, seeing the cracks and being like, all right, like I'm just gonna stand out here from here out?
I think it's both. You gotta get. I mean, once you have family and stuff and anything, you gotta grow up and you get smarter and you learn nothing's as it seems, and
Everybody's
your real
just
family
human.
is what you have to worry about, and everything's a business. And I don't know, just common sense. And don't bring your children to the gathering. I'm part of that fucking team.
Yeah,
Like,
we are too.
Please,
Completely agree.
Like the reason we found this kind of music is because our lives were fucked up or we hated things and we're mad. So why would you force that upon people? If anything, if you're doing good, if your children don't relate to this kind of shit, but hey,
exactly.
whatever.
And you know what's funny though, Hatred? I was looking at some of the 2003 gathering footage you can find on YouTube, like some of the seminars. It's for obviously shitty quality video, but you can still kind of get the feel. And everybody there was kids. We were all fucking kids at that time.
Oh yeah, it's weird. I mean, I just graduated. That was my graduation present to myself.
I mean, the entire gathering was teenagers and people in like their 20s and shit. And it was just, there was hardly any adults there running around.
Well, I mean, difference between kids and like, I don't care if you're 16. Hell, 16.
Yeah,
we're already.
I was going to say, I make a
and a
firm
3-year-old.
distinction.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just so funny, man, how we were all so young back then, and now here we are going to the gathering, and there's so many age groups now. You got you got little kids, teenagers, 40-year-olds, 50. I mean, hell, I was seeing 60-year-olds there. It looked like
OG Juggalo. You have to think if you're
the people we camp next to, they come every year. They're in their 60s.
Yeah.
I forget their clique name, but they're the older Juggalos that come every year from Jersey.
Bro, ICP's been doing this shit since the late 80s.
Yeah.
Like they've been in the game for a fucking grip.
It's
so
very
especially if you're a Detroit Juggalo that stayed loyal, like. Bro, you're talking 40 years of fucking being a you know what I mean, or 30 years of being almost 40 years of being a juggalo.
I say this all the time. It's very, very reminiscent of the Grateful Dead and their fan base and how they can transcend through the ages and just continue to get younger fans aboard. And their music's timeless, especially their hits and their old stuff. And it'll never end.
Yeah.
I know, that's great. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say it was definitely the height of that. Like I can remember to kind of go back to that era because at the gathering where we met, that was actually when I think that gathering is where they released Wizard of the Hood, isn't it?
Yeah, 2003 gathering.
At the gathering. Yeah. So because I can remember driving home from that shit shining like a motherfucker, and then listening to that album on the back and being floored.
It was an amazing time.
Yeah, it was. It was my favorite time as a juggler, but I'm hoping to like meet it, especially next gathering. I really do want to make the next gathering like the creme de la creme, man.
And we need to get Hatred back on stage.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe I gotta release some more material before they'll take me back.
What do you
never know?
What are you cooking up in the lab? Anything?
Slowly, I got a lot of collabs going on, like with the homie Professor Fresh. I got some, gotta get a track to him, and I've had this album, my new album. It's gonna be something different. Like I said, I have ADHD. And like this world of TikTok and no attention, I'm gonna do something I haven't really seen anyone do. Is I'm just gonna try something where it's gonna be a bunch of just short songs and maybe skits and all kinds of something different to actually match my style and
so
in this
maybe
short
like,
attention span type world.
That's fun.
Maybe like 1 to 2 minute songs, stuff like that.
Dude,
yeah,
I
don't
had
want
a very
anything
similar
over 3
idea.
minutes.
That's a good
gonna be
idea.
the goal. It's gonna be a short attention span type album, and just wherever the hell dumb shit, good shit, maybe good songs I like that I'm gonna shorten down from older albums and stuff.
That's how you got to do it these days, man.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you about that. I try to ask this to rappers I meet and stuff. What do you think about if you're a solo rapper? What do you think about the third verse? Is it needed in hip hop?
It's so hard for me to do a third verse. I usually run out of good material by the third verse.
2 verses. I mean, you get that in, you can say everything you need.
Yeah, these days that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like when the composition does not follow a preset.
Yeah.
Like when you hear like 8 bars of a rap verse and then a 10 bar hook and then like
the
a
beat
small
switches.
bridge, and then like that's what's creative to me. And I see a lot more. We're now living
Like, have you
in
heard
a
that new
time-
Froggy Fresh song? Did you hear that new Froggy
Yeah,
Fresh?
Froggy Fresh is dope. Yeah.
He's got a new song called like Bumblebees and
Under Tyler Cassidy? Are you talking
no,
about his
a new Froggy
No,
Fresh.
Oh,
he's back
shit.
to Froggy
The
Fresh.
first
yeah.
song he
Oh,
was released in
man.
like 7 years. It's called like Bumblebees and Peanut Butter. He's literally talking about bumblebees like eating his peanut butter or something. But
Oh, bro, that's epic,
the reason I
dog.
brought it up and it pertains to this because he does that. He raps, then he has a singing part, then the beat change. It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I love it. It's art. That's art.
Well, I'm definitely a firm believer of open concept rap. You know, where you can. It's almost like a jam band. You can just do solos, do riffs, it doesn't have to be verse hook, bridge,
You've got to have
whatever.
a beat maker though that you work with. To
Yeah,
do that.
you have to have a great musician that can fill stuff with scratching or whatever instrumentals or whatnot, because other it would get boring. But if you have a great musician, man, you
a
can.
lot of people in the rap game don't even know, or a lot of people in the music game don't know. But like, one of the ways that you work with music is usually most rappers are going to buy beats or lease beats or whatever, and so you're given a beat that's already composed. It's already the structure's already laid down, and it's almost always intro, hook, verse, hook, verse, hook, verse, hook, and then like that's basically how it goes back and forth. You might have a bridge thrown in there if they're spicy, but the only way you can really have those experimental, really amazing song compositions is if you're working with a beat maker who actually can make those beats for you on the spot.
Yeah. And that's tricky all in itself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll say Hatred. Like if we, if something comes across your table from us, if we cook something up in the lab and send it to you, man,
I got you. Yeah,
we'll
for sure.
we'll
Same.
bounce back because we've been talking about it, trying to cook something up. So
I was even thinking next year for the gathering. I mean, I'm just going to invite myself, but maybe I could show up a day early or a day late and kick it with you guys. Hell, maybe live podcast, do something
Oh hell yeah!
in
Absolutely.
your town.
Fuck
That'd be
yes,
super dope.
dude.
That'd be
Absolutely.
super
The open invitation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. And yeah, we should be at the same spot, that same corner. And I'm hoping that our little grass hill spot, it seems to keep growing. Maybe next year we can get a clique of like 35 people of our people just sitting, running over.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's not take up any more of Hatred's time. Let's let him go. Hey, we were talking about though playing see through. Do you have that somewhere? Or I mean, I have it, but I didn't know if you were okay with me playing it or whatever.
Oh no, actually, yeah. Go ahead, go for it.
Okay. I don't know how it feels, how you feel about it, so we'll let you go before we play it. Unless you want to be present.
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I want to hear what I did on it.
It's been a while since I listened to it.
It's old. Yeah, this track is way old. But all right,
Very,
before you
very
play
old.
that, and if I'm getting kicked out of here, just want to shout out to everyone we gathered with this year. Meet up with you guys, like Pat Riot and Cody and all the homies and Trickster. And oh my God, I'm panicking now. I feel like I'm out of time and I can't remember the other guy's name.
No, you're good, man.
Shout out to him. And then
Trickster was really cool. I remember him.
But
He was
yeah,
cool as fuck.
everyone, man, and Optimus. We gotta get Optimus out to the gathering. That's one of the good music homies. Dirty out there again would be fucking amazing. McNasty, Eight Legs, Whipstick, all them. Eric that runs out there. It's just a whole crew of fucking awesome people, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It'd be cool if everyone just mounted up. Our old midlife crisis crew.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Hell
saying,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
It's good. That's a good group name.
We'll all pop some ibuprofens and hit the trails.
That's what we're doing, man.
Oh yeah, fucking Bad Luck showed up this year randomly. That's one of the good friends, Zorgorg. I don't know if you guys follow him, but he's good people. It was cool, man. So many random people. All my crew thinks it's hilarious to not let anyone know they're showing up, and then they show up.
That's real fun.
right.
Yeah. Well, look,
Yeah.
man, the Deck One Dell is like a beacon for us old juggalos. All right. If you see the bat
There you go.
signal for Deck One Dell, it's all of us, man. We're all like this. All right.
Because because that is crazy to think that this past gathering was like the 20th anniversary of us all being homies too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I know. It
So
worked
it's like,
out
hey man,
so
maybe
cool.
next year we can make it the magic year, man. Let's
Absolutely.
make it,
Hell yeah.
extra magic.
All right.
All right, Hatred. Thanks, man.
Miracle.
No, thank you guys. Anytime. I'm like an underground encyclopedia. If you have questions, you can call me for random things all the
absolutely,
time. Just
brother.
hit me up whenever,
That's good to know, man. Thank
All
you.
right.
We'll see you
Peace.
next time, man.
Deck One
Peace.
Dell.
Absolutely,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
See ya.
Hatred.
Ooh.
Whoop, whoop.
He's the man.
He is. He's a shit.
That was fun, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Hatred. Check him
Absolutely.
out. Peep
Hatred.
him. I
Yeah.
mean, Spotify, Apple, wherever the fuck you get music. Check that shit out. He is the fucking man.
He absolutely is. Yeah, and he has. If you have a favorite artist in the Juggalo world, I'm sure he has a song with him somewhere.
Yeah, he does. He's really worked with them all.
I mean, what a fucking true foot soldier, man. Like,
Yeah, has a great work ethic.
There's not too many
Yeah.
people like I imagine there's not too many people like him that are just like grinding, and especially big up in other people. I mean, how many people has he put on that have
Yeah.
like
Oh, for sure.
that are now out there doing
I
it?
really,
Because he had that buzz back then, so he
Yeah.
would kind of give them that avenue to display their abilities, and then they could kind of propel off that.
I really wish if I were to stick around doing music back in them days, man, it sucks that we weren't from the same area, because I feel like me and him have very similar work ethic and stuff, a little bit of ADHD or whatever, but can still get focused and have kind of a business mind. Also, like a little street smarts to understand shadiness and shit like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the advertising type of
Yeah,
thing.
it's good. You have that kind of if you have that kind of mindset, like you need somebody
Yeah.
like that, because I know I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I try to do it a little bit, but I can't. I need somebody like that,
Yeah.
And there, all of us, all the people like me, need somebody like that.
And then when you're the only one doing it, it's hard. So Hatred needed somebody like that with him. I needed somebody like that with me to kind of bounce off of, and man, it was a missed opportunity, but it was still great times, and just the way everything is working out now is crazy too. You know.
For sure.
Beat this song. This is, I don't know what year we even made this song. It's been a long.
Like 2004, 5.
Yeah, it's called
2005.
See Through. It's Hatred featuring Keezy, and Carver's rap name is No More. So Keezy and No More. Oh, Legacy this. Here you go.
By the way, simple cover, but looks cool.
Yeah, the cover does look kind of cool, doesn't it? Not bad, not bad. All right, here you go. Here comes, I don't know who's first. Here we go. Hatred?
Everything
No, me.
isn't all peaches and cream. Nobody listens to me ever, whether I whisper or scream. Shouldn't trust me even for a fucking millisecond, buddy. I'm evil to the core.
Keezy coming with the energy, man.
With the mark of the beast, I am diseased since I tasted the apples
Had a
of
little
the
chip on your
unforgiving
shoulder back
trees.
then.
I was pissed.
Responsibility ceased. I cheated, lied, and deceived just so I could be free. I became the black sheep. I bit the bullet and leaped. I sacrificed my faith. There's one web of deceit. Now I'm caught up in the middle. I just wanted a little bit of a taste of happiness, whatever it takes. I repented, man, I did it. I'm
That was
man
a
enough
nice
to
bar.
admit it. What the fuck else am I supposed to do for you to forget it? Why can't you look me in the eye and ignore my past and realize I'm not the devil, I'm just wearing his mask?
Yeah. Great writing, even, great writing that long ago,
Thanks.
man.
That was the first I wrote, I think, to a different beat, actually. And
Yeah.
I had to rap it faster to make it fit to this, but it sounded cool.
Yeah, it did sound really cool.
Here No More comes with it.
Will you allow me now or drown me out? I know you hungry, let me pull you out of the drought. Crying, open your eyes, blinded by the light shining, willingly binding, filling the void, killing your mind with another set routine with the lines of limitation given to you by men in the creation.
just love the smoothness.
Unable to stop the ache and anxious. You lost your patience, nothing but intoxication. So detach your blood-sucking tentacles, parasitic contagions of a legion of crimson sea. Sinking
Ugh.
deeper into your subconscious.
That's what he
with the
had,
need
is
to
like that
feed the
cannabis
demon. You
style
shaking, breathing
wordplay.
heavily, screaming.
Yeah.
You slowly decaying the path you made. It's
I like this
faded.
part.
You had a choice and saw the truth, but you walk alone in life. You lost. You threw away the key to the fountain of youth.
I've not heard that in so long. Holy
Yeah, you
moly.
dropped so much like I don't know. It's like
Philosophical knowledge.
It's like ancient knowledge.
Yeah, I was too philosophical at that point. I just couldn't write just a fun verse.
Hatred's verse is very like.
Yeah,
I think he thought our verses were way too serious. Maybe. for
yeah,
what he did.
bro.
I don't know.
I know mine was.
You were top of your class, you had so many hopes. Everything you tried to do, you did it better than most. You got a good job, full time, good pay, but you twisted the signal through your entire life away. Now you're living homeless and you got nothing going on. You had it all, but a needle in the arm, it's all wrong. Lost your friends, robbed your fam, lost your job, hurt your mom, sold your quad, burned your car, got no home. Oh my God, oh my Lord, man, what the hell were you thinking? Thought you could have
He's straight up shitting on somebody.
Yeah, I feel like he's talking to somebody real here.
times your mom won't give up for nothing. That's why I can't send you anymore. You're dead to me, cousin. We all trying to help, but you just cause anguish. Obviously you got a problem. We just hope that you vanish.
I think he's just talking in general to like people like I'm seeing through your shit. You know,
I think so, but he did say to you, cousin. You think he's just using that as like a
cousin, like street slang, like cousin.
But he did say like you were in rehab, your aunt, blah blah blah. Like he said you sold your quad was one of the bars. Listen.
What? You wanna talk about see-through? Bitch, your mama see-through. Yeah, like a brown paper bag.
That has grease all over from your French fries you got from
What the
Burger
hell?
King.
We did this?
Yeah, or the Wendy's ones, they're pretty greasy too.
You see through motherfuckers. I can see right through your bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, you're like a window. I can see through you.
You're like a pane glass into my back door, my patios.
You chose the wrong pat, punk.
What the fuck? Why did
man?
He asked us. I remember he asked us like, he's like, "Do you think you guys should just do an outro, just like shit talking?" Like we didn't know how to do it serious, so we just like
So you just
fucked around.
you basically did the ICP formula, and it was fucking great.
And I'm pretty sure he replied like, I thought you were gonna do something more serious, but it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Sorry it didn't come out the way he planned, but
Because the rest of the song's pretty like fucking like,
like,
how could I?
and like we're like, yeah, punk.
I don't understand
but-
how I went
I don't know, I
from
kinda
doing
like-
that
I
kind
like
of
the
verse to
outro.
just joking at the being
that-
a
I don't-
retard at the outro.
I like it just because, dude. Come on, we were juggling, and that did have heavy ICP like kind of peppering in there, you know.
that's funny, man.
Because that sounded just like something Jay and Shaggy would have, you know what I mean? Yeah, bitch, you watch your fucking mouth. Y'all, have you eaten on my shoes?
Yeah.
My fucking
It's just-
soles on my shoes.
It has to be
sucker.
smiling, man. Like it's been.
It's
a while
just
since
such a jarring change from like the verses to that.
But
I
bro,
know.
like still like
my
that
verse
shit
is
was
literally
dope,
like,
bro.
like about serious real life like personal shit and like
And I'm like reading Nostradamus or whatever the fuck.
I like
my
how he's
verse
like,
was.
you see through like a paper bag.
with grease on it.
yeah, man.
With grease on it from your greasy face.
No, man, that song's great. I love that song. All
Fuck
right.
yeah, dude. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, there you go, people. Old school look into our lives when we were feeling
that's
on
fun.
top of the fucking world.
That is fun.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
All right. Well, thanks, Hatred. We love that song. We love you. Check Hatred out. He's our good friend.
Yeah, he's the shit.
All right. We are still celebrating 20 years of Wizard of the Hood. 20 years ago, we met Hatred. 20 years ago, this album came out.
What
But
a mind-blowing fucking album,
yes,
bro.
it was a mere 6 years ago that the monumental concert happened.
Oh, dude, yeah. I did not see that. And I started to watch it on YouTube, and then I was like, yep, you know what?
Yes,
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
Save it.
Good
Yeah,
call.
I'm gonna save it, man.
It'll be
But
fun.
yeah, it's I know they did the thing. This was like one of the last things they did before Psychopathic broke up, isn't it?
This was actually, I think Twisted had already left.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
really?
they were actually from what I remember Jay saying, they were fighting at this time.
Wow, hold on. This is already like pretty weird. Like, look, Psychopathic Records in association with Ninjas in Action, Magic Ninja Entertainment, and Kuma. Like, that's a weird, like, already.
Who's Kuma?
Kuma's their
Oh,
producer.
that's the producer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the dude who does all the beats and shit,
Yes.
right?
And
Same
he
one?
also does like video
Okay.
editing and shit.
All right, so and then what's Ninjas in Action?
I think that's like what they call their video editing team, like Kuma and them.
Let me point that out too, because last week I commented on a Juffalo, and like a fucking true Juffalo, I got the meaning completely wrong. I was mixing up Juffalo with Jugga-Ho.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was a total Juff move. Whoever said that I was proof that there's no such thing as Juggalo, I respect that. Thank you for that comment. Although I did a Juffalo thing and I explained a Jugga-Ho instead of a Juffalo.
Wait, I don't know a difference.
Juffalo to me, like, well, from everything from my investigation,
We don't have to go too far into
I
this.
didn't
not
know
to
there
me.
was a difference.
No, to me, like I always take it as Juffalo's like a newbie who doesn't know shit yet, but they're trying, so they fuck up phrases and words and shit like that. They don't really get shit yet.
Okay.
Almost like a poser in the early phases, you know what I mean? And then like Jugga-Ho is like a juggalo who does shit that's like whack as fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like,
But by the way,
not juggalo behavior.
I see.
sorry to cut
Who
you off,
cares?
but where was this at? Where was this gathering?
Was this at was this at Legend Valley? I don't know.
The stage kind of looks similar.
It does. I don't know. Maybe the Juggalos in the chat can tell us. I really don't.
What
remember.
year was this? 2000.
Yeah, 2017.
Because I had, no clue. I remember this coming out, but I didn't. It was definitely not I was definitely not in the scene heavy at this point.
Yeah.
DC said yes, it was. That
Legend Valley. Okay.
Yeah.
Good shit.
And I mean, like, dude, the costumes are spot on in this shit. Fucking brilliant. Not saying it's extremely hard to get these costumes down, but like really cool.
It says if it was 2017, it was Lost Lakes Adventure Park.
Oh.
Who the fuck is that?
2016. DC
sorry,
says.
DC is
Oklahoma.
correcting us. My bad. I thought it was the 17 in
Oh,
Gathering.
2016. Thank you, DC.
My bad.
Imagine they got the car up there. I mean, that's just dope, man.
That is dope.
Yeah.
This would have been one to see for the ages for sure.
Yeah, this was a really dope ass show idea.
I'm gonna reverse this. Sorry to y'all, because I don't want to get this pulled. I'm just being proactive.
Yeah,
we'll
I
see if
got
that
you.
helps.
Yeah, and DC pointed out in the comments this is the last time they ever performed together, other than Dark Lotus later that night. So this was a monumental moment because this was the last time we saw Psychopathic as we knew it together.
The family era ended after this night.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yep.
And like I said, what I remember some interview where they said, yeah, they were kind of beefing at this time, but they agreed to do this for the Juggalos.
They did it for the Masters, right?
Yeah, I think there was a deal made. They said we'll come and do this, but we want this type of shit. And I think they were doing that for a lot of things. They were making deals on a lot of shit at this point.
Yeah, definitely Legend Valley. Just the layout and everything. So.
Yeah.
Well, they said 20. Were they doing the Gathering in 2016 in Legend Valley?
I think they were there at least once.
Lazy boy.
And Jay's looking pretty good. I don't.
Oh, dude, Jay looks so fucking fresh right here.
Yeah.
Yes, 2016 was Legend Valley.
Okay. Yep.
Look, people are having a hard time even no one wants to dance and go wild because everyone's just watching.
Yeah.
It's like a play,
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, if they would have toured this could have been. I said this
thought
before.
they were going to.
This could have been like a Broadway presentation.
Yeah, for sure. They did. They went
It's
all out.
crazy how sweet this is.
Well, this is an example of just a genius concept album, storytelling.
Execution of the
the execution is the biggest thing. This is a good idea, but can you pull it off? And they all did it
Look, they got ninjas
expertly.
taking shit off the stage. They got the big whoever did the designs, the graphics, the lighting, they pulled this fucking shit off.
Yeah,
and this is the kind of shit I always dreamt of when I would see ICP.
Yeah, and they probably wanted. He probably had this idea for years, but didn't really have the means to do it until at this time.
Man. I would have loved to see it live too. Cali Green, too fresh.
Yeah, I do. This is one of them I regret missing. I remember hearing about this and I was like, man, I'd like to go. And I didn't even know it was at Legend Valley. Didn't even pay attention.
If I could take it back, the first thing I do is go to the march. Second thing I do is go watch this.
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
Church.
See, him falling like that. You think he'd do that now?
Hell no. This is 7 years ago then.
Right.
Yeah, this is dope, man. I mean, just.
What's up, 17 Ways? We see you, bro. We've been looking for you. Echo Side Fiend, we see you. Ninja with a pencil, shout out.
This beat is so fucking
DJ
nasty.
Slow.
Yeah, this was always one of my favorites on here.
Oh, I love this fucking song.
Yeah,
Mike P schooled it on this fucking album, dude.
Absolutely, bro.
Purple talking to each other, maybe another.
Why hasn't this album popped off with Gen Zers and shit? This kind of shit should be.
This takes patience to get through and listen to,
Maybe.
and
I think this is an easy entry level to
I don't want
this
to
kind
say
of
that
music.
it hasn't popped off. They just, they're Gen Z. They're young. You gotta give them time to kind of discover all this.
Why
shit.
the
Right
fuck
now,
do they like In My Room so much though? Why?
In My Room? Yeah, that's a good.
I love In My Room, but why that song?
Because Gen Zers are sitting in their room all the time.
Yeah, that's a very good point. What do they know about the fucking Wizard of Oz? That shit is not relevant in their world at all.
true.
At least when we were growing up, our parents were still showing us Wizard of Oz like a motherfucker.
I don't think my kids have ever even seen it.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of kids. You'll say, "What's Wizard of Oz?" And they're like, "I don't know." Ain't it like a tornado or something? You'll be lucky if they know even the references, like the Yellow Brick Road and. Ask your if you have children, ask your children. Hey, what's the yellow brick road?
So
And
much that we hate
they might not know.
slutty
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink. You want water or anything?
Sure, that
Green
would be
tea?
awesome.
What green tea?
What kind of what
Arizona.
brand?
Arizona.
I'll take an Arizona green tea. Sure.
Carver, you want anything?
Nah, I'm good. Thanks, so. Shit, huh?
See, and they have actual little people on the
Yeah,
stage.
man.
Like I always like when they employ little people. Like unlike the new Snow White movie where that shit looks horrible. Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, they're doing a live action. What is it? Snow White? I think that's the one. Yeah, where
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
Yeah, Snow White and the Seven
Yeah.
Dwarfs. Yeah, they're redoing that shit, bro. But there's no little people.
Why?
There's like some of the dwarves. They're just magical beings. That's what they're calling them. So it's Snow White and the Seven Magical Beings.
What?
Yeah.
How is that? How is
Look it up on like Google.
you're not
It
allowed
is
to say dwarves?
No, no. Well, no,
Nowadays?
that's what's his name? Fucking Tyrion Lannister, dude. That dude like said that it was disrespectful to have to call them dwarves because they're and it's like, bro, they help her fucking stay alive and nurse her back to health. Like they're a pretty heroic role. in
Dwarves
the
are
fucking-
cool. Why, how is
Yeah,
that?
right, exactly.
Like
Like-
dwarves is a cool thing. I
Yeah,
thought.
well, yeah, I don't know.
don't-
It's just Hollywood elitism. I'm
What
thinking
the
more
fuck,
than anything.
man?
Yeah, because I know I guarantee there's a lot of little people actors who are probably listening to that and going, "Hey, dickhead!" Like,
Yeah, like we could have got hired for that
Yeah.
fucking thing.
yeah, exactly. Now we can't. You fucking jerk off. Oh, nice, a charcuterie board.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, son.
Yeah, I'll trust him.
Charcuterie board. Hello, gentlemen. Thank you. Sure. Yeah. If you hatred, this is like in your honor, man. If you were here, you could have the charcuterie board, but that pre-gathering show.
Listen, I like to take the cracker, one of the meats, a cheese, and an olive all together.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
That's all
fuck
I-
with the olives.
And
B.
these are also chocolate covered cranberries. They're delicious. How about that?
Oh, see, I'll eat with that. I don't fuck with the olives, but I'll fuck with everything else for sure.
Look how many people are recording this, dude. Like, there's a phone every two
So there's got to be better
feet.
footage than this out here.
See, and in this one, like I bet it was. He's like, "Hey, monoxide, I'm gonna have to chain you up to this crucifix." Real
So-
quick. Wait for a minute.
What did so ICP had this shot with their in-house company? I'm sure they're.
Bong.
Why have they not released like a? I'm sure they shot with nice cameras. Why have they not released a 4K version of this?
They have, and we just don't know. I think they released it on DVD, but I don't. I mean, this time it definitely could have been 4K.
Bro,
Well, I'm sure they shot with with cameras that.
I wish that
better
now
than that.
they would. Well, they can't now, but I wish that. Shit, I wouldn't be. I'm about to say something really fucking foolish. Maybe they. Maybe they should redo Wizard of the Hood, but with like Ouija and Darby and Hex.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I really should beat the shit out of you for saying that right now.
No, I'm just.
I mean,
saying,
but if they want to do Dark Lotus like that, sure.
Oh man, I would.
It's like no, if they want to do their own
Bro.
Raidas, I would allow that. But
I'm about to have to represent for the C-17 motherfucker. There's no representation for them here, bro. I'm about to
Aw,
start
come on,
repping.
man.
Nah, bro, I'm
No.
about to start repping for the
You gonna turn
C-17.
You turning
y'all.
heel on us.
Nah, it's not turning heel. It's just they need representation here, bro. Okay, C-17 is that shit, bro. Darby O'Trill's new album is okay. It's okay.
It's trill, bro.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope, guys. If you stop being old fucking men.
I had to hide.
Jesus.
I had to hide the word creek on Twitter this week.
Jesus, guys.
Creek. What?
You had to hide the word Creek on Twitter because his new album is it Creekwater or something?
It's called Creek.
Creek. Oh, Creek. Yeah. But no, like I heard two songs on there that were pretty dope. It's very depressing, but I know young people are fucking depressed, bro. So cool. How old is that dude? I'm guessing he's young.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know.
No clue.
By the way,
this is my favorite song on the album, and Monoxide's crushing it as
yeah. Monoxide is dope as shit. He's. But imagine this: they are butting heads. They're kind of beefing
Yeah,
out
but they're
this.
pulling it together.
They're pulling it together. They're being professionals, and who cares what's going on behind the scenes? They're making deals with each other. They're beefing, but
Yep.
they pull it together to be professional to give the Juggalos something really cool.
I agree, full-heartedly. Full-heartedly.
I wonder how much rehearsing they did together. You know,
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran through it a few times.
they would have had to. There's going to be corn on the stage,
Yeah.
and we're going to wheel you out here. So you got to,
They had to like just like be cordial. They get people singing on the side, like background singers. Is that really what I just saw? Did you see that? Hold on, wait.
So they had what?
There's literally like background singers right here. Look at these people. Or are they just
yeah, it looks like it.
Maybe it's just a crew. Their homies like standing back,
Maybe.
like, feeling it. Hey, this is a Juggalo classic banger, bro. So it's like I'm sure everyone on their staff likes it just as much as
talking about
Juggalos
my homies?
do. Yeah, this song is fucking amazing, bro. Yeah, bro. Like
Doesn't it just give you the warm and fuzzies?
I'm saying, bro.
And the
like,
way it goes into this next song, it just like switches the mood, but transitions very well. It's just great. Sorry.
The nut banana Cole's fat ass. Kick the can and we dog it. Fuck it all, bang up.
oh man.
It's Candyland. It's Air Force Ones.
Yeah, Jay was rhyming back then, man. He leveled
Shining,
up.
bro. This was his moment where like he even says in the behind the paint because I was just listening to the audiobook. I listened.
I've listened to it twice.
Yeah. And
It's so good, especially with his ad libs.
I haven't listened to the whole
like
thing.
the add-ons
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah, the add-ons that he does and shit. Yeah, absolutely. But
What about you were listening to it on the audiobook? He was talking about something.
I forgot.
Fuck.
He was talking about how he was shining in this era.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he was talking about how he was shining. He was just like, dude, like my life was fucking beautiful at this time. You know what I mean? Like everything was at his best.
That's hilarious. But man, you don't get this anymore with the Juggalo culture. Songs like this, projects like this. ICP does it.
But here's the problem: is that Ouija thinks he's doing shit like this, and people agree with that. So you won't get anything of this quality because that kind of shit qualifies as being as good as shit like this.
better.
don't know,
People
man.
think that people
Ouija-
think that shit's better than this.
He had a good performance at the Gathering. Like I 100% think he had a good performance. What? He did. He had a good performance.
I know you love that shit, but
Shit was dope, bro. I'm just saying he had a good fucking performance. I'm kind of fucking becoming a fan of C17, bro.
oh come on.
I'm just saying Hex and Darby, bro. They're
Well,
they're me a
I
little,
imagine
bro.
you had to watch it
And I
later
like
on.
Ouija too a little bit now, bro.
So just Chris, I imagine you had to watch it later on because I mean you were shitting during his performance.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was taking a shit during his performance. That's true. But I went back and watched it later, and it was pretty dope. I'm just saying. Like, it's on YouTube. You can watch, like, you know, with the tape and everything, bro.
Watch the tape. Go back, watch the tape,
Watch
y'all.
the tape, guys. It's it's on record. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I don't see Ouija on this level at all. I'm just saying, like, he does have a lot of
Well-
originality.
Oh
is
no,
tight.
he doesn't.
He is tight. I'm just
Well,
okay,
he's
bro.
not on that level because the stage is probably higher than him. He's probably not. He's probably backstage right now.
That's hater shit, bro. Just because you're short. You just was talking about how little people are awesome. Okay, so if Ouija Mac is a little person,
I am a little person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You notice how everybody was like taller back in the, old psychopathic days. Now like rappers are just getting shorter and shorter, skinnier and smaller and shorter.
Yeah, they're all little bitches.
Yeah, well. Oh shit.
By the way, imagine how fucking hot it was wearing all those costumes up there.
Oh yeah. Jamie's literally wearing like a fucking puff jacket.
Yeah. I mean, even just having a fucking hoodie on, you're burning up.
so dope, bro. God, they fucking knocked it out of the park on this shit. I can't imagine them doing it like better.
The only way,
Unless they literally got like a real movie set,
Yeah,
you know.
like a little bit more like actual real props. That's probably the only way you can make it better.
yeah, but I was gonna say like, yeah, all of them are wearing like very very thick coats and or hoodies. This would have been in I think August. This one was. 2000. It was in July. Okay, 2016 was in July. So yeah, it was probably about the same heat that we were dealing with, maybe a little bit hotter.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean they're literally sweating to put this on for us. By the way, I want to do the haunted hay rides next year
Oh yeah,
because they going back and watching them, they're funny as hell, man.
Yeah,
that is
And
cool.
it's intimate and funny. Just ICP being funny as hell, taking you through the shit. They're
Just them getting to like
Yeah.
be comedians.
yeah.
right.
And they take little jabs at each other. Like Jay will talk and he'll look at Shaggy and be like, "You ain't listening." He's like, "I'm listening."
See, Jay just danced, but don't ever ask Jay to dance. That's what you'll take it from me. Never ask Jay to dance. He dances when he wants to, and it's a boogie, motherfucker. Blaze as the lion actually looks sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Like with the big ass fur coat.
Callie Green said Twisted was like, we need a master for the performance and an extra master for us to wear the costumes.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, that's what he said on that Demon song. Like that's what holding our albums like trading cards.
Yeah. Ugh.
But dude, a real record label would have never let those go. Never.
What? Never let what
Those
go?
masters
Oh
go.
yeah.
The fact that he did at all shows you that
That
you
he
can
cared.
at least reason with him
Yeah.
a little bit.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean, he could have kept making music or money off of their music for decades.
if Blase was around, she could have been the Wicked Witch.
That would have actually been kind of cool.
Yeah.
You got me wet, now I'm melting.
You know,
Or whatever.
what's Ouija gonna be?
Ouija.
He's gonna be a flying monkey. Absolutely. We already look like a flying monkey.
Oh god.
He'd have been Toto.
He is like Jay's pet.
The dude.
He's like, oh, that's rough.
Ow.
That's hard, bro. That's
Come
hard.
on, really?
Oof.
I just called him a flying monkey instead of what else? We called Jay's pet's worse.
I don't know which one's worse, but
Yeah. Well, I think the Jay's pet because that actually points at something. It's not just appearance. It's like a status.
sorry guys, we joke here at Declan Delt. Don't take it personal.
I like Ouija guys.
We have a representation now, so don't cancel us.
We have C17 representation here, guys. Don't worry. We're gonna incorporate.
So disappointed.
We're gonna incorporate the young people. I'm gonna be the old person that speaks for the young people. Okay. Get used to it. No more hating on Ouija at this table.
Shut up.
You shut the fuck up. You old geezer.
You old head.
Hold on 1 second. I'm such an old head, ain't I?
Yeah. Definitely.
Jack said that Jay can get back
Why
to
are my-
Detroit like he's supposed
Why are my
to be.
eyes not
Oh
seeing it?
shit.
What happened?
Sorry, there you go.
They got all like dark and shit. I think they're trying to show the crowd and shit. Plus, this is part of the track where it's dark.
Oh yeah, yeah. The darkness is showing me that.
Spooky, ooky darkness.
DC posted
Oh
this picture.
shit, son. Up, Jay dropping the faggot. Oof.
F-bomb.
See, this was where Jay was still dropping, the usage of faggot, but at least Twisted had stopped saying, the M-bomb.
Yeah.
That's great.
I really, by the way,
Good for them.
this is probably my favorite song on the album. I know it's it's one of the happier, softer ones.
The
but
song rules.
Yeah, I just love this song, and the fact that they're tripping on this is really cool too. Like an ICP, psychopathic version of tripping's funny. So you can kind of just vision that they ate some mushrooms and they're tripping, walking through the it's a great.
From way back, everybody got a homie like that. In fact, I hope he's okay. I hope his mama doing good. Maybe I should.
Thinking about.
Love it. I love the beach balls in the crowd. It's just such a chill vibe.
Oh, that was slick.
That was
Blaze.
slick as fuck. Yeah.
Like, boom, what you thinking
Yep.
about?
Had his hand out.
Blaze is such a G.
Yeah, that was slick as fuck.
Hey, did another one.
Yep.
Kicked it.
He's slick, bro.
Jay don't know what to do not having Fago in his hand.
Right. That's like the weirdest thing about the new solo shows is there's no Fago.
Yeah.
Like you can see Shaggy and Jay, and there's no Fago at all.
Playing ICP songs.
Yeah.
I know. We went and saw Jay on the his solo tour. It's pretty cool.
Probably a lot cheaper because they have to have whole crews to clean those venues thoroughly after they get done.
Yeah.
I do know that. And that's from having a homie in like the stage business and shit. But I do know from like
there's another
ICP shows, they have little crews that clean up the. It's on them to clean up, not the venue.
Right. Hope he's there. Do you think Jay in this moment, like, what's actually going through his head? You think looking at Twisted on stage with him and shit?
I think he's happy, and he's probably like, hopefully this is opening a path for us to continue to work together. He's probably happy. And
You think he's optimistic in that moment? Or do you think he's still kind of resentful?
I think he's optimistic. I'm always thinking he's gonna try to push to keep it together until it just didn't work anymore.
Yeah.
I would say here he's probably like, oh man, I'm making the deal with them. They're cool. Hopefully we can keep this going. Blah blah blah.
And then they got off stage like, all right, hand us our check.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not saying, but who knows? But it's just cool that they did it. It's cool that they worked it out and did it.
Yeah.
17.
Hold up, Jay. Man, I know you want to go home, but why the fuck can't you just stay here in this fantasy-ass fantasy land with us, man?
I like this. This is another one of my favorites.
These songs back to back also.
Yeah.
It's nice.
This is a great little rock groove, man. I love this song.
Right.
Sorry.
It's hard to keep on beat on this kind of song.
Yeah. I think Jay's doing it. It's just the ad libs the other guys are throwing in or kind of
Maybe.
throwing it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a great hook.
It wouldn't surprise me if this was like a Ray throwaway.
Yeah, it belongs on the Raid for sure. It would fit right in. Like you're talking about the beat.
The whole song.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I think he may have rewrote some stuff for to make it fit Wizard shit, but I mean, it definitely sounds like it could have been a B-side.
Fucking Ferris wheel for Gathering 2024.
Yeah, bring the Ferris wheel back.
Yeah, Ferris wheel 2024.
We missed it this year.
I mean, the Tilt-A-Whirl was dope too.
It looked cool. I didn't even ride either of them. I just thought it looked cool.
I don't ride rides. I'm not a ride rider.
Yeah, same.
Not anymore. I was when I was younger, but
Right. Well, after you see all this shit on the news about the rides failing and shit like that, like
I know. I don't fuck around.
Half the people running them like just walked out from behind a trailer hitting a meth pipe. Like, come on. You gotta be careful on that shit, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a hard verse to.
He's just talking in like a weird cadence.
Yeah. Recorded great, but yeah, going back over it's probably a little rough. Drone shots and everything. It's cool shit. I've skimmed through this. I haven't seen the whole thing front to back.
DC Fago guy said in the chat that hot take, the carnival rides get in the way of the stage. I think they add, because all the images where people are filming, where you have carnival rides going, that's a very unique look.
Me filming, I purposely do that. I scan and scan the rides and get the crowd in there to try to get those like magic shots, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the way it looks when they scan the crowd and you have those carnival rides going in the background. It just adds to the magic.
We're thinking of like, you know, artistically how it looks. DC's thinking like functionality, like we need more room, get the fucking rides out of here.
Hey. Like Axl Rose, like Michael Jackson, like he's killing it, bro.
Oh yeah, man. The only thing that would make this better if Ouija was there. I mean,
for sure, I agree.
He probably was in the crowd as just a regular ass juggalo.
This would have been
just like he still is.
He got out. Well, he got out during the Wraith era, and then he got back into it later on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of juggalos did. I got out during the Wraith era. You know, that's why I can relate to Ouija.
Wait, so you know that? How do you know that?
Because I'm getting into his music. I told you.
Fuck you, bro.
I'm starting to like him. I'm just saying.
Did your girl put you up to this?
No.
Did you meet some girl that's like into Ouija, Max?
Don't go down that road, dude, because you're going to end up in a coma. All kinds of stuff happens.
Look, guys, bro. Look.
God forbid,
I listened because I was like, I just listened and I was like, look, man. I just want to see what it's about, and like, oh yeah, Shaggy as the wizard.
Yeah, that was so perfect.
Yeah.
It was just some fool in a fuck off shirt. And he comes out in a fuck off shirt.
Yeah. Good old Shaggy, just killing it.
Hey.
Nose boy. Magic blonde.
He should have had a more ratty and tattered fuck off shirt. Yo. What up, though? Who is that chick? I don't understand. But you already the hardest for real. Some homies. He didn't even hit it. Aw. And that's that. Everybody's cheering at that moment too because they know like they're the dynamic. You know what's happening. Oh man.
I don't know if like the cat was out of the bag too. Like people knew something was going on, but I don't know if like the hate, bitterness was there quite yet.
Because the march was in 2016, right?
Yeah.
So if this was 2016, this would have been right before the march.
Yep.
So it wouldn't have come out that they were not at the march for that reason. You know what I mean? So I think they had already left and started Magic Ninja and maybe released like I don't know if Get Twisted or The Darkness came out first.
Well, yeah, but at first Magic Ninja was supposed to be like a C-17 style thing, right? Where like it was an under label, like a sub label, wasn't it?
I mean, like when they originally thought of it, but the second time around, I don't think. I think they were just like,
DC
we're off
says
on
2017. That was in March, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for getting our years correct.
Jay said he had plans to take this on tour. Yeah, I remember hearing that there was plans to take that on tour, which would have been amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It would have been up there with the old, those old tours where they were all on it.
I was just seeing who else was on the credits here.
Damn, bro. And plus, this clip is major because this is the final bow.
Yep.
The final bow from Psychopathic,
There it is.
man. There
the
it
end
is.
of the end of the family right
The
there.
end of the family era. End of Blade, Psychopathic.
Well, other than when they did the
Blaze,
Dark
ICP.
Lotus concert later or whatever.
Oh, they did a Dark Lotus after this?
That's a DC set, I think.
Oh, it was after. Oh, okay. Well, still. This is a big one, though, because at least here they weren't in their Dark Lotus. Plus, I know Jay hates Dark Lotus anyway because he said it was all depressing and dark and shit. He can't
Even though
listen to it.
he was like on a fire, he was on fire as far as like what he was saying and shit and his storytelling and detail he put in and stuff back then.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's when you do your best work, though, is when you're in your worst moment.
Bro, yeah, I think Jay's always a beast-ass storyteller, though.
Yeah.
He can have bars every once in a while, too, but he's a storyteller rapper. Yeah, man. It was a legendary fucking drop, and I think it only happened because it was during a legendary time. It was like the peak era of the Juggalo world, man. I do believe that. I don't know if it'll ever get back to that point again.
I mean, Juggalos think it is.
Well, yeah, but Jay even says that in the audiobook, and that's something else that's a good point. Like, the reason we're remembering it so fondly is we were young. We were experiencing this shit. And there's a lot of young cats who are experiencing this Psychopathic.
Yes.
And they're listening to us talk, anytime we're hating and shit, they're like, the fuck are you talking about? Look at this fucking, look at like how dope this is. How are you hating? You know
Man,
what I
I
mean?
do agree. I feel the magic in the air at this moment right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everything, it's not like it was, but there's a new kind of feel.
I'm just saying, like, I know we're old, but we gotta kind of listen to this newer shit and at least give it a chance, man. Have you listened to Darby O'Trill's new album?
No.
You haven't listened to it?
No.
It's actually pretty good.
I'm
dude.
not listening to it.
All right, whatever. Jesus.
I-
What if I pay you $20? Will you
Okay,
listen to
sure.
it if I pay
Yeah.
you $20?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, there you go. See, Darby O'Trill.
Please don't. Oops, sorry.
I'm doing the work.
Please don't pay me $20 to listen to it. I prefer for you to save your money.
Look, it's cool to have representation here,
that's
but don't
hilarious.
make us listen to it.
You don't want. I say that we review it next week. No, just like
God,
no. We already have plans for next week. Maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
we can maybe. Yeah, we have plans for next week, but maybe in 2 weeks we can review Creek.
It's going to your head,
Stop.
man. It's going
Stop
to your
it,
head.
dude. No. Do that on your own podcast.
I don't
Do that over on Todd's Toys.
Well,
Todd's. That's funny.
All right. Well, what else is there, man? Other than the big news of Darby O'Trill's album dropping, which one of us cares about? What else? Is there anything else you want to go over and talk about?
There was somebody did send me a video
Oh.
and said that there was actually some outtakes from the Wizard of the Hood album that Jay never released, and I guess he got.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he got leaks from it, or somebody leaked it out to him or something. I can't remember the guy's name. It was like, I don't know.
Smoky Nuts.
Yeah, no, it was like Ninja Grass Smoker Blaze Chopper.
Yeah.
Was that? I think that was his name.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to.
we
pull
can
it up.
check it out. So I mean, I'm very interested to hear outtakes or something that didn't make it on the album. So let's check it out.
Let me refresh this.
Gotcha.
Someone asked if this was a ping pong table that we're sitting at. It is not. It is just a regular table painted green.
Motherfuckers want you to do some shit you don't like. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey.
You only get one shot at this. So
This would have gone hard on Wizard of the Hood.
Shame if you blew it. Don't do it.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
There's so much that you could do.
When does Jay come in?
Till they trifling.
I thought that was Jay.
Fuck you.
Without makeup, that's not him.
Is that Shaggy?
Who you want to be?
I've never seen Shaggy without makeup. I think that's Shaggy without makeup.
Yeah.
Their voice is the
No,
same.
that's Blaze.
Oh,
Their
okay,
voice
yeah,
is the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
That was the
I
I
see what
think
you're
the
saying.
line.
I definitely hear Blaze
Yeah.
later.
That would have been really cool if that actually made it though. I
I don't know why they
cut
took
that.
it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Anyway.
Well, that was weird.
yeah, that was it was a good time. But yeah,
There was
cheese
something.
Cheese is nice.
There was something. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
The last thing was Twisted. Magic Ninja posted this cool image.
I don't give a fuck about Twisted, bro.
Dude.
Fuck Twisted, bro.
This is a Twisted podcast.
Twisted can suck my pod.
I'm getting back. I'm getting really back into Twisted.
Really?
I'm like super.
Twist
back into
his
Twisted.
pod.
Shit is whack, bro. Twisted, like, okay, here's what you do. Play a Twisted song. There, you're done. You've heard everything they've got to offer.
Here's what you do.
You've heard everything.
Turn
One
on a
song, you're done.
You turn it on, then you immediately turn it off and put on Ouija.
Right. I mean, honestly, like, at least he's fucking current.
Twisted posted this cryptic image. What do you think they're cooking up here?
Oh, huh. Maybe House of Crazies thing?
DC Fago guy says Songs of Sam Hain.
Oh, shit, maybe.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, shit, maybe they're big Nightmare Before Christmas fans.
Yeah, Jack the Pumpkin King. Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Maybe. Maybe they're getting ready for Halloween.
Maybe that's a pumpkin stencil, like a stencil to carve a pumpkin.
Right. And they're getting ready.
Look, it says 12-inch, and it says Sam right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, Sam. Yeah, it says on the dish, 12-inch Sam.
So remind me, why does Sam have a 12-inch whatever?
Sam's is 12 inches.
Sam has a 12-incher? Damn,
12.
Sam.
Sam, that's why the ladies love Sam. Sam and his Hanes.
Hot damn, Sam.
Sam and his Hanes.
This show is going to hell in a handbasket.
We're grateful to the 5 people that are still here.
No, seriously, remind me, what is Sam Hain?
Songs of Sam Hain. They released. We reviewed them last October. We went through all 3 of them. There's been 3 like compilations.
Oh yeah. There was some pretty good ones.
There are some good songs on them.
Okay,
they're good. So I'm imagining they're releasing one of them. That looks to be, I think, the third and latest, newest one from last year. I think it had that same picture on the front, jack-o'-lantern kind of look. So, anyways, that looks to be coming out on vinyl. So look out for that.
Cool.
There was something else I wanted to mention. I cannot fucking remember.
Obviously, Lardy B dropped her new video.
Did she?
Yeah.
Are you in it?
Huh? I am, but barely.
Really?
It's just like you can barely see it because I was like 6 rows back and I was wearing a purple shirt like a dumb fuck. So like I should have wore like a bright yellow shirt so I could have easily been like me, but.
Yeah.
Dude, that you scared me as soon as you said that. You said Lardy B dropped. I thought you were going to say some weight, and I was going to be like, no. Please don't tell me
that would break my fucking heart, man. Yeah. No, absolutely not. Her beautiful, voluptuous self needs to stay exactly as is. Yeah. She's going to be on Shaggy's second leg of the tour, so I definitely want to go to that Fostoria show.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Maybe.
Shaggy, DJ Clay,
maybe
Lardy B.
Oh,
she's going to be on the whole second leg of the tour.
Yeah.
Like she's literally going to be on the whole thing.
Yeah, it's her. DJ Clay's on the entire thing. First leg is like 6 fucking people or something. There's like a lot of people on the first leg, and second leg it's just
it's her.
Yeah, Lardy B and then
Hex.
I would imagine she would need both legs to be on that tour.
Hey yo.
Thanks for humoring me.
The last week was also the 30th anniversary of Beverly Hills 90210, so shout out to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Great album.
I mean,
give it a listen. Give it a listen in its 30th anniversary honor. All right. So next week, though, we're having a cool big show next week, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Next week we're going to talk about. You've heard us talk about Blestination quite a few times on this show, right?
Absolutely, they're one of our favorites.
Especially Chris, you've been super hip to them longer than I've known you. You've been into Blestination.
Yeah.
They're a hip hop duo from New York. Right?
New York. Yep.
But they signed to Sub Noise and
theoretically a trio because they also in Blestination they also have a DJ and beat maker named Fafu who's fucking amazing.
Okay,
Yeah,
and he's
really
like part
good
of the
trio.
group.
Really fucking good.
He's a necessary part of the group.
Yes.
You can't have Blestination without him.
Yes, he didn't mean to leave him out.
Yeah.
But they joined Sub Noise at some point.
Yes, they did.
In the late 2000s.
Right.
But they came out with an album called Bug Out City.
Yep, right.
On,
Out.
on Sub Noise Records.
Right.
We're going to listen to that next week.
Yeah.
So check that if you want to listen, follow along with us. That's the album to check out.
Not only that.
Fire album.
Yes, and we're going to be talking to Wordplay, one of the artists from Blestination.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's like a brother, so he's going to be on the show to talk about the album. We're going to ask him like some fucking real questions, like, hey, what happened with Sub Noise? What was it like being on Sub Noise?
I don't think he's a juggalo, right?
He's not a juggalo. No, he's not a juggalo, but he's totally cool with juggalos. You know what I mean? He definitely knows about the culture.
Okay,
and I'm sure
like,
is cool with it. But
I'm sure he won't have any problem, like bad mouthing Sub Noise or the.
He's real as fuck. Like that's the thing about Wordplay. He's real as fuck.
So we might get some juicy tidbits about how fucked up Sub Noise.
He's not gonna front to you. He's full of fucking stories. They lived a fucking crazy ass life, man.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Like that. Those few years, they went on fucking tour with Wu-Tang. Like Yeah, like they have some
That
good
sat in the
stories.
studio with Maynard James Keenan.
Yeah, from Tool. Like they actually have a song with Maynard James Keenan from Tool. Fucking one of their songs is over 1 million fucking plays, like that Cruel Summer remix or whatever.
They had a song
from
in
that
like a
movie.
video game soundtrack or some shit.
It was a video, a movie soundtrack.
Oh,
Or,
Blue
there was a movie,
Crush.
Blue Crush.
Blue Crush.
Yeah, they redid Cruel Summer. But yeah, if you
They're
guys,
dope as fuck. I just recently got hit to them. I got in Bug Out City, and like I was bumping it for the last couple of weeks, and I could not take it out.
Yeah,
it's
the
great,
shit, bro. It would do really good in the Juggalo world. It's just
they would have fit
those
right
wires
in,
never
man.
cross, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know why when
Yeah.
they signed to Subnoise, they didn't just. They should have had that first meeting and been like, I know exactly where to market you guys to. You know what I mean?
Especially nowadays, if they were like in their prime nowadays in the joke, they would fit right in.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
absolutely
for sure,
no
dude.
problem.
They'd killed it. Well, yeah, I mean,
We'll talk about that. Maybe we can see like we'll get the band back together.
yeah. I mean, I know V-Ray, Various, he still raps and does shit too, but he's just not as into it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then Faf, like their beat maker, he's still doing. I mean, he's still in
He's
hip-hop.
still grinding.
Yeah, he's still making beats for big names. He's made beats for Method Man, all kinds of big ass
That's what's
names.
up.
But
Well,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Well, cool. We're getting a fun guest and reviewing a dope album. So come check that out with us next
Yeah,
week.
and if you want to be ready, obviously go on any streaming platform, type in Blestination, BLESTENATION, and that's the album we're going to be reviewing is Bug Out.
Yeah,
That's
I truly
Bug Out.
believe they were ahead of their time, man. Especially with like their videos, like they were shooting videos on like Sidekick phones.
Yeah, yeah.
They were really hitting the, they were doing social media style marketing before it was even a thing.
Yeah,
and
100%.
like I mean, they were really hip to it at that point, and it just, it didn't happen the way it could have with them. But
they just had a lot of bad luck, like
Yeah.
a lot of shit like falling against them and shit. But and timing, you know what I mean. But like, they were fucking legit as hell. And their mixtapes, they're fucking mixtapes.
Oh, their
They release
mixtapes were
mixtapes.
fire.
I need to go back and peep those because this is my
Yeah.
only exposure to
Those
them
are
is
hard
this
to get.
album.
I'll message Ron.
Dude, their mixtapes
Wordplay.
are. There's a couple mixtapes better than that album.
Dope.
I
need
think.
to check that shit out.
One of their dopest albums is fucking Mixtape 3. It's real hard to get, but I can get it for sure.
Okay, cool.
It's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
Holy
those
shit.
mixtapes were amazing. I liked 4.
Yeah,
too.
fucking Mixtape 4 was amazing too. But yeah, all their mixtapes are called fucking Mixtape.
Volume
and yeah,
1,
they
2,
were
3.
the
They only
shit,
did
bro.
4, right? 4. Fucking
I
mixtape
think
volume
there
1,
was
2, 3, 4.
yeah, I think it was just 4. Yeah, I don't think they did a Fam 5.
I was just saying, do you know if they did any videos for Bug Out City?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there's
they did.
there's a couple
Yeah,
videos.
the Ladytron is one that they did.
They have a shit ton of videos you could look up.
Yeah,
Really?
Some of them are pretty old, but yeah.
I just didn't know if any
Ghosts.
the
Ghosts. Yeah, that's definitely from there.
Will Die.
Yeah, Will Die.
Yep.
That's
Ghost is
definitely off
cool.
the album, but yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll check all that shit out next week.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. Gang.
We good? Everybody good? Last words?
Nah, man. Special shout out back to Hatred for stopping in and kicking it with us. Great friend of ours.
Awesome,
and
dude.
yeah, thank you very much for fucking being here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a real true homeboy.
Yep. Stoked for next week as well, and then we'll keep it rolling. Man, it's gonna be a fucking awesome year, dude.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, and special thanks to you, Just Chris, for bringing the representation of C17 here at Equindeld, and
I'm gonna keep on bringing it, guys. So if you're young and you feel like this old fucking guy here doesn't give you any respect and doesn't listen to your input, he's crying. He's crying because it hurts him that bad. But the thing is, if you feel like if you're not seen, you're seen now. Okay, I'm listening to C17. I'm gonna get in on it. I'm gonna learn what it's about. And now when they talk shit, I'm gonna let them know. Back off.
Okay.
Fucking, you don't know what fresh
What the
is.
fuck ever.
Back off.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone watching. Tell your friends. Look, we just hit 600 subscribers, and then it keeps going down to 599 and back to 600. So I couldn't even be happy about it.
They're
but-
watching our shit. They hear us say something.
Yeah.
They go,
Get us to like
I like him again.
Get us to like 603 or 4, so I don't have to worry about it going back down.
Exactly.
You know, tell your friends if you like us or you think we're cool. If you have a homeboy that's an old school juggalo and thinks our sense of humor is similar.
Likes are appreciated.
Hit them up. Join our Discord. Hit the link tree, which is in all of our social media's description.
We're all on there in some capacity.
And yeah, we'll That's it, right?
We'll slide this one back in the deck.
Let's shuffle
Wizard of
the
the
fuck up
Hood
outta
and
here,
shuffle
yes.
out of here, y'all.
See you next week. Peace out and have a great life.
Yeah. Love y'all, man. Oh my God, I'm so happy that the mic and camera are off. I got a huge
no
fucking
one heard
boner.
that.
Yeah,
God,
I
I
got a huge
hate
boner, dude.
Fucking people that
Oh my
watch.
God.
Oh, what? Is that what
Are
I was
both of
feeling?
you? Are both of you gonna grab it? Oh, okay,
Mike?
nice.
Yeah.